Hello and welcome to the Commando Way. I'm Senior Airman Hugo Delgado.
And I'm Airman First Class Brendan Miller. Today, we're going to show you just what the folks at the Air Force Repair Enhancement Program, or AFREP, do. Senior Airman Delgado takes us behind the scenes.
AFREP stands for Air Force Repair Enhancement Program. The AFREP program is designed to be able to identify the items that are normally thrown away in the Air Force inventory once they have been consumed or used, and try and find a way to revitalize them and bring them back to their form, fit, and function so that they can be reintroduced into the inventory and used again. Common misconception would be that all we work on is aircraft parts. In many cases, we run across what's called a legacy part, and in today's world and economy, we have a lot of vanishing vendors. When a vendor vanishes, these parts become legacy parts. And without a organic form of repair for these particular assets, we become subject matter experts with these assets and become the repair activity for those.
We saw the need for very customized test equipment, and we went and built our own using off-the-shelf technology, since we have the knowledge and skills to do that, as well as the training. And using this little machine that we built, we've been able to effect repairs that affected the entire DoD and not just Cannon Air Force Base.
The message that I'd like to say is, if you come across that part and you're trying to replace it and you're wondering, why am I throwing this expensive piece away? Come and see us and see if we can do anything with it to repair it. Maybe there might be something simple that we can do to reintegrate that part back into the system.
There's nothing those guys can't fix. So to all those airmen who like to tinker with electronics, they certainly encourage them to come visit and discuss new opportunities.
Speaking of visits, we visited the front gate to see just who could recognize the two new group commanders here at Cannon. I'm Airman First Class Brendan Miller, here at the front security gate of Cannon Air Force Base to find out who can recognize our two newest group commanders, Colonel Mamano and Colonel Gilpin. Let's see if anybody can actually do it. Hey guys, okay, we're asking if anybody can answer who these two new commanders are. Do you recognize this gentleman right here?
Wingman?
Come on, Wingman.
I'm pretty new to this base, so.
Okay, what about this one?
Wingman? Can I say
No.
President Obama?
You cannot say President Obama.
No, I do not. I'm sorry about that.
Why don't you give him a shout out?
Thank you, and welcome to Cannon. It's a great base, good place to be, and have fun here.
All right, have a great day. Do you recognize this gentleman right here?
I don't.
What about this one right here?
I do. He's the new MSG commander.
Say that one more time.
He's the new MSG commander.
Oh, so you know Colonel Gilpin?
I've met him.
You've met him. All right, we finally got somebody. All right, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Thank you for participating, sir. Have a great day. Excuse me, Chandler. Do you recognize either of these two individuals? That's right.
I feel like we got a lot of interesting responses from air commandos. When you see Colonel Gilpin, the new 27th SOMSG commander, and Colonel Mamano, the new 27th SOMDG commander, be sure to welcome them. But we still got a lot more going on at Cannon.
Oh, you mean like the new medical clinic that's being constructed soon?
Yes. Airman First Class Treven Cannon gives us the dirt on what's going on at the medical clinic, followed by the latest news around the Air Force.
Please turn the dirt.
Many distinguished visitors attended the new medical clinic's groundbreaking ceremony last week, like colonels, chiefs, and even U.S. senatorial representatives. But one visitor stood out. Meredith Bender was in attendance with shovel in hand to help begin construction in 1965 and served the original Cannon Air Force Base Clinic, retiring after 42 years of service. Miss Bender returned with the same shovel 50 years later to dig in.
Mr. Claypool, who was our chief engineer, got the idea to spray paint the shovel and have everyone autograph it. But I was the only one that ended up autographing it, so I consider it my shovel.
Construction on the new clinic begins in 30 to 45 days, so the 27th Special Operations Medical Group can continue serving air commandos for another 50 years. Reporting from Cannon Air Force Base, I'm Airman First Class Treven Cannon.
Several F-35A model jets will participate in exercise Green Flag West for the first time this week. The exercise will gauge the U.S. military's efforts to engage in air-to-surface conflicts. General Herbert Carlisle, commander of Air Combat Command, says the exercises serve to expose weapons and pilots to more real-world battle scenarios. Exercise Green Flag West marks another milestone for the Pentagon's largest weapons program. Air Commandos with the 321st Special Tactics Squadron and Special Operations Command Europe performed military freefalls into Mont Saint-Michel, Normandy, France. These were U.S.-only jumps with full D-Day celebrations continuing this weekend with joint partner military freefalls at the beaches of Normandy. Cannon Air Force Base is hosting an open house scheduled for August 8th. The event is open to the public and will include food, games, and music, with the Lieutenant Dan Band headlining, as well as other local bands playing throughout the day. That wraps up this edition of the Commando Way. I'm Senior Airman Hugo Delgado.
And I'm Airman First Class Brendan Miller. Keep doing what you do, Air Commandos. Anytime.
Any place.